All right. Katrina, I love the playlist.
It's a very 90s feeling playlist.
I'm a 90s guy.
Well, I was at the recording studio where Live recorded their album yesterday in lovely York, Pennsylvania, and it just felt like a good day to play some live.
I dig it. So okay, so Katrina was at a branch, and the branch is above the studio. Where tell us about the studio game, because you certainly caught my attention of who recently recorded there.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg recorded there a few months ago. The Foo Fighters did their last album there, but it's Live's building. They own it. And they record there. It's their studio. They have like 4 hotel rooms there. There's a really cool rooftop. Like it's just not something you would expect from York, Pennsylvania.
I saw the Foo Fighters in, it must have been 2001, I think. And I
Wow.
still stand, and I would love to hear anybody's comments here. I don't know if anyone can add comments or not, but I still think the Foo Fighters are the last great rock and roll band. I'm yet to find another one. So I'm a big Foo Fighters fan.
I like the Foo Fighters.
There you
I'm also
go.
a big Breaking Benjamin fan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, a Who fan?
we have to ask people. I don't know. The chat should be working.
I saw a thumbs up come up. I love that.
Yeah,
Please, everyone, use the reactions. Give us a little thumbs up if you like it.
there we go. Chat's working. Yeah.
Nice, nice. I love it. Dig it. There's a thumbs up.
And I know just by default, because we're parents to girls, we are somewhat of Swifties.
Okay, so yes, this is true. I have accepted the Swifty into my life. Yep, there you go, Tracy. And I think you tried playing Taylor Swift in the beginning of one of my keynotes before. I'm like, okay.
But Sydney loved you for it.
She did. I tell her that's the only thing that it's not the only thing she respects about me, but it definitely has added 14-year-old girl well, soon to be 14, right? Like
Mhm.
we have common birthdays coming up on Monday. Both our
Yeah,
girls.
Monday, both of our daughters, my daughter goes into double digits and Sydney goes to a 14-year-old.
Yeah, yeah. So, by the way, I know many of you have daughters out here. Going from like, first of all, we had to go to 13-year-old. Now we're going to 14-year-old. Yeah, I'm living a different world now. I used to say I'm just living in Louie's world, which is my dog. I'm just living in my daughter's world. Like, yeah, so Taylor Swift it is, keeps everyone happy. Cool. Yeah, I'm just in the background.
Yeah,
All right.
awesome.
Well, let's see. I know we got some people still arriving here.
You're looking good. What are you drinking, Craig?
Well, I'm trying to make shift happen, first of all, and I'm drinking water.
I also have my makeshift tap
That's
in
right.
my water. Yeah.
Here's another interesting fun fact for everybody. Katrina and I both share something else in common, that we both love our mushroom coffee,
Do
which
rise.
I think I got it from you, if I'm not mistaken.
I will send anybody a referral code. I drink rise. I do the decaf one, so it's chicory. I think you do the real caffeinated one.
I have no idea. It's just in the fridge.
But today I tried something new. I mixed mine with protein powder, and that's like just takes it to a new level. So good.
All right. So if I haven't, so give me a thumbs up if anybody else out here is a mushroom coffee drinker, right? It's just this like powder. We both drink rice. So what I do, actually, I think I got this from you too, from
Yeah.
you as well, is I add turmeric,
Mm-hmm.
ginger, cinnamon, and white pepper
Mm-hmm.
to it. So
Yeah. Super good. I also add cocoa to mine.
interesting. I don't have the cocoa on there. All right. Well, let's get going. We're just about, I want to give it a couple minutes. I see some people were still rolling in. So, Melanie, I've not tried. Okay. So I highly, the mushroom, it's pretty good. It's, like, I think it tastes just fine. I'm just going to say, some people, it's a little earthy, right? So,
Yeah, super good. I would say it's more like a tea than a coffee, but I think it depends on what brand you get.
yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and share the screen. Everyone hang with me. And to make this full.
You're good.
We're good so far.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're good. You see your business blueprint.
Yep, you're good.
All right. Very cool. Well, it looks like we've got still people jumping in, about 42 people on so far. And I know some more people will trickle in. So just want to thank everybody for spending this time with us. And again, our lovely Katrina, my CHO, my Chief Handling Officer, helping introduce today and helping get it organized. So appreciate you, Katrina. And, let's get going. So today we're going to talk about your business blueprint. Now, here's why this is important. And look, 'tis the season, right? We're already thinking about business plans. We want to go into 2025 on offense, but there's a fundamental problem with business plans in general. And that's what that's what I'm going to show you throughout this and why this is a better way. And, when one of those challenges, and think about this, is how often throughout your career is it a constant start, stop, start, stop? And we get excited, hey, look, rates are coming down. We're excited. We want to start calling on refis. But what happens is we start tying our actions right to the objective, and we're missing the strategy. And that can create, again, this inconsistency, this constant start, stop, start, stop. So again, this is why we don't want to do that, right? We're going to do something different. So let's get going. So I saw this quote the other day, and it just, actually, there's two quotes I'm going to share with you. And this jumped out at me. You have to assemble your life action by action. Okay, Marcus Aurelius. And then I saw another quote, actually this morning, when I just started reading this book, Relentless, which I'm sure many of you guys have read. Give me a thumbs up if you guys have read this book. Show up, work hard, listen. And that also jumped out at me this morning as I was thinking about this presentation, because the design of your business blueprint is exactly that. Once we design your business blueprint, you just show up, you work hard, and you listen to your blueprint. And now you're in a state of flow. No more start, stop, and that equates to momentum. So here's a question I want to ask you. How many times throughout your career, probably life, have you said, I wish I did that a month ago? I wish I did that a month ago. Or thank God I did that a month ago. I try to make decisions. I want to make this decision thinking about, I want to make this decision and say to myself, thank God I made this decision a year ago. So today is that month ago. This is what I want to press upon everybody. Right now is that month ago. Okay. So whether you're in sales, loan officer, realtor, outside of the mortgage or real estate industry, you're a branch manager, departmental manager, ops manager, you're an executive, divisional, CEO, an owner, an entrepreneur, a founder, there is one single truth. And it is that shift happens, opportunities change, and success is a choice. And for those of you who know more of my background and my story, this is absolutely evident. Shift happens, opportunities change, and success is a choice. And we're dealing in constant change, especially for all of us in the mortgage and real estate industries. We're constantly dealing with change, and that can create busyness, right? We're busy, we can get overwhelmed, but when that busyness is not necessarily leading to the results that we want or that we deserve, we get frustrated, things are changing. We can also get stuck. It's very natural. We can get stuck. And certainly over the last 2 to 3 years in the mortgage and real estate business, there's a lot of stuck. But hey, not everything has to be that way. We also can get excited. Rates are starting to come down. We're getting excited. We're motivated. Okay, we're motivated. Here's the problem. Motivation does not last. Motivation it's an emotion. It does not last. So we need to make shift happen. That's in our control, right? We need to make shift happen. And when we are busy and we're overwhelmed, or we might be feeling a little stuck, maybe we're in the gap. Okay, but we also have to get unstuck. And there's ways we do that. That was, I think, the last keynote I gave about 2 months ago. We have to get unstuck. And critically important, motivation has to become momentum, or else we will live in that start-stop, right? But momentum that keeps us in our flow. So what happens when all this is going on? We're dealing with constant change, right? Well, we have stress. Now, look, stress is natural, right? In fact, we're wired for stress, right? Saber-tooth tiger, hiding behind the bushes, fight or flight. but no more saber-tooth tigers. Now we're dealing in chronic stress, right? Headlines, changes, rates are up, rates are down. We got a president election, we got wars overseas. I mean, there's constant noise that just creates constant stress, right? So, what is the antidote to stress? What is the fire extinguisher to stress? Clarity. Clarity. Always seek clarity. Whenever you're feeling that, seek clarity. So, this inherently is the impetus of how I designed and created your business blueprint. Throughout my career in sales and management and leadership, and especially in my leadership career, I was director of production for the Western United States at Finance of America, a publicly traded organization. And I managed a large division, the Western United States, and had very big, lofty goals, right? And then things would get thrown at me, just like, all of us, right? I had to recruit and grow. I had branch manager management. I had to be profitable. I had profitability. That's all of a sudden, hey, Craig, we now want you to develop and run MSR recapture strategy and da, 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 da. Well, this can all get very overwhelming because, of course, we have our day, in between all the cracks, running everything we have to run, get overwhelming. So I created a sort of a tactic, a process, something I led with my team is, okay, when this happens, what we want to do is compartmentalize and then prioritize. So write that down. That's a really good stress mitigation. When you got everything piling on top and you can't see clearly, compartmentalize and then prioritize. Just take everything. Okay, I got to recruit. Okay, that's its own compartment. I got to branch manager management. I've got to develop MSR recapture. We've got to run profitability and everything else. It all goes into its own compartment and that can prioritize and so on and so forth. So that really is the beginning throughout my leadership career that then led to the design of this business blueprint, which we're going to go over here in a second. But before we get there, the traditional way that we think about it is, okay, well, look, let's write a business plan, right? And again, 'tis the season. Here we are, it's October. We're starting to think about business planning, but really that tends to happen in like December, right? Year calms down. We're starting to think about it. And a lot of times our business plans also happen, maybe just to satisfy our boss. Boss is requiring a business plan, better write one. And how often do you write a business plan and never look at it again? And I can tell you, I have written lots of business plans to never look at them again. And I've also written lots of business plans to satisfy my boss. And I've also been the boss that has required business plans from my team. But don't get me wrong. We need to do this. Very important. So here's a little side note and a little best practice. If you are in leadership and management, it is important. We do need to require business planning or business blueprinting, and then have your team present to each other. And for those of you on this call who were on my leadership team, that's what we did. And it was very effective. So there's just a little best practice. Okay. So what's wrong with business plans, right? Well, again, what's wrong with business plans is it facilitates this constant start, stop, start, stop. I'm just throwing actions at something. Okay, rates are low. I want to do this. Here's the actions. And it creates this whack-a-mole management of activities. This is why we have this inconsistency. Or maybe you feel like, I feel like I'm kind of like always like starting over, or I'm never like ready to attack this opportunity, whereas it seems like everybody else is. It's because of this. The elite in sales and business and so forth, they don't do this. And the culprit of this is because we're putting actions ahead of strategy. We're living with motivation. Again, let's just use rates. Okay, rates came down. I'm motivated. Okay, let's go call refis. But then what happened? Rates just kind of tick back up. Maybe they're not ready yet to refi, et cetera. Things change. All of a sudden, I lost my motivation. I got frustrated. Something. Okay, but we're not living with momentum. We don't have a bigger strategy, such as customer for life. We're going to go over that. I'm going to show you this strategy. So let's not do this anymore. We're not going to do the business plan thing anymore, right? That's the old way. And we live in a shift in business. There's a shift in mortgage. There's a shift in real estate. There's a shift in society. There's a shift in how we do business today that is different today than it was yesterday. So this is the old way. The business plan is the old way. This is the new way. Your business blueprint. All right. And your business blueprint is going to generate immediate clarity. And then we're going to have actions. And those actions are going to be tied to a strategy, which then is going to create momentum, not just motivation, momentum. I'm going to show you how. And by the way, this picture right here is supposed to be a house. Probably looks a little bit more like a Roman, temple or something like that, or courthouse. I don't know. It's supposed to be a house, so just accept that and go with me here. All right, so there's 4 things that we're going to look at inside your business blueprint. Number 1 is we're going to decide, and we're going to go over what are your key business pillars. Number 2 is then we're going to do a VSE plan per pillar. And then we're going to talk about agility, critically important. I'm going to explain all of this. Agility. And number 4, then we do vision, mission, and values. We don't do vision, mission, and values in the beginning. Okay, and there's a reason why, and I'll go over all this. So this is the design of your business blueprint, and I am your business architect. So I want you to be thinking about it like this. And this is why it's so important, because you are in your business every single day and probably every night, maybe around 2 a.m., we're still in our business. So while you're in your business, it is my job to be on your business, right? Critically important. So while you're in your business, it's my job to be on your business. And as your business architect, having a business blueprint is going to allow you and I to be able to do that effectively. Okay, so here's another quote I want you guys to think about now. And if you guys ever see my keynotes, I usually always have this in here because it's a really, really powerful quote. If you have not read Atomic Habits, please do so. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So in this context, you don't rise to the level of your goals. That's your motivation. Okay, rates are low, I want to call for refis. My goal is to have more refis. I'm motivated. Doesn't last. You fall to the level of your systems. That's where momentum lives. And that's what your business blueprint will create. That's strategy and so much more. So that is why this is critically important. All right, so your key business pillars. These are your verticals that support and drive your business forward. So if you guys remember when I was just talking a little earlier with the clarity, compartmentalize and then prioritize has translated now into your key business pillars, your verticals that support and drive your business forward. So here's some examples. Sales is a key business pillar. Marketing, recruiting. If you're in leadership or management, maybe it's leadership. Maybe there's support and training. How about profitability? What about personal growth? It doesn't matter what your key business pillar is per se, meaning this is agnostic to your job role or your industry. What are your verticals that support and drive your business forward? These can be ongoing, evergreen, if you will, like marketing is always a business vertical if that's important and supports and drives your business forward, like it does for me. Recruiting, customer for life. But it can also be something new. Hey, we need to roll out some new technology. We need to do a CRM rollout. So let's stand up this vertical, and then it'll translate into something else later. But you can also use this as you're standing up a new project. All right. So these are your key business verticals. As you figure this out, or we do it together, you will have immediate clarity. You're going to start seeing through the jumble, through the chaos. Okay. That's number 1. Number 2, your VSE plan. Vision, strategy, execution. So this is critically important that as we look at each individual business vertical, then we're going to say, okay, what's the vision? What's our strategy? And how do we execute on it? So this is now going to ensure that your actions are tied to a bigger strategy. And of course, there's always going to be an integration and a relationship between each vertical. They're going to feed off of each other. So let me give you a little more depth here. Vision. Okay, vision to 10,000 feet, right? Where are you going? Why? Why does it matter? And for all of you in management and leadership, here's the hard question. Why should anybody care? Why should your team care? Now, this is important because I want you to start thinking about in their desired outcomes. If you're going to roll out a new CRM, you're going to make a change within the organization, whatever initiative you're driving, what's the vision? How is it going to improve their life? Why is it necessary? How is it important to them? When I re-engineered our entire operational system back in my management part of my career, everything was all about this is to make your life easier. And everybody agreed, okay, I want my life to be easier. So therefore, there was no argument over we're going to, instead of hitting this button, we're going to hit this button, we're going to require this in our submission, or now we're going to have this checklist. The whole point is we're going to make our life easier. That was part of the vision. And I had 100% adoption to the new operational system. And I famously improved the velocity of our loan production by 4 business days without making one hire, because we just changed the plan. We changed the operation. So that was the vision. Now your strategy is 1,000 feet. Your strategy is what feeds the vision. Now notice there's a big gap between 10,000 feet and 1,000 feet. This is why strategy is commonly missed. So then execution, okay, these are actions. This is C-level. All right, so what actions drive your strategy and what strategies feed your vision? So it's important that we go through and understand this. So let me give you an example. All right, so again, hey, rates are low. Rates have been coming down. I'm excited. Let's call for refis. We're kind of skipping strategy and going right to execution. Instead, my business pillar, and this is a winning business pillar that I work with clients, my business pillar is a customer for life business pillar. So my vision in that is to create customers for life with a focus on strategic financing that creates a home of strength, not stress, because I don't want you up at 2 a.m. worried about your mortgage. And it's equity over debt. And the result of this customer for life vision are referrals, purchases, refis, and gratitude. I want you gracious that we got to work together because I am very gracious that we get to work together. That's my vision. So my first strategy to support a customer for life vision, okay, I'm going to be a mortgage coach consultant. So that is my strategy, because that's going to support the strategic financing arm of this. So my execution, my actions are, I'm going to do a TCA with every consultation, and I'm going to give a minimum of 3 financing options every time for the purpose of opening and facilitating and creating a strategic mindset, and that I am now viewed as your strategic advisor. So there's a design in the execution of this, and I'll be part of the mortgage coach community so I can continue learning. Okay, there's my first strategy. My second strategy, keep in touch. So that means then execution. I will have to use my CRM. I'm going to do database harvesting in there so I know who I'm keeping in touch with and why. I'm going to have a quarterly personal touch campaign. So there's always a reason to call, right? There's always a reason to call, which isn't about just taking the transaction. There's a give. I'm going to do a property tax solution. I'm going to do a mortgage review, etc. And I'm going to use Box and Bestow to do a 3-year customer for life campaign. And for those of you who don't know what Box and Bestow is, check them out. I can give you the information. It's an amazing, what I call ROI program to keep you in touch and in mind with your clients in a unique and elegant way that is not an email drip, because honestly, no one cares about happy holidays, right? So that's strategy number 2. Strategy number 3, my personal brand. I'm going to be marketing my personal brand. So, okay, so that means that I'm going to be constantly educating on strategic financing. We're building home equity, not debt, etc. Part of my execution is I will post on social media 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and all my posts are going to be about educating, about explaining, and about energizing. Right? And then I'll also do an email twice a month so I don't create white noise. But my emails are going to be oriented towards a value bomb, right? And I took that from Denise, the mortgage nerd. I just love how she says that. And I'm going to have a newsletter, et cetera. Anyway, so that's part of my personal brand strategy. And then strategy number 4, my refi now strategy. So, okay, we're just levering up or down. Okay, rates come down. I'm just going to lever up now my refi now strategy. So I'm calling ahead of the refi. I'm calling ahead of the ability to refi. So we're preparing, I'm of mind, and so on. And then we're going to be, we have a weekly keep in touch, after we've established the refi opportunity and so on, right? I'm constantly innovating. So this is what a business pillar looks like. And by the way, at the end of this, I'll give you a link so you can download this template. If you want a copy of this specific business pillar, reach out to me and I'd be happy to share this with you. This is a winning strategy. Okay, so as you can see, business pillar, vision, customer for life versus, hey, rates are coming down, better call for refis. Better call for refis is just an action. Well, what happens when rates go back up? All of a sudden, that action, that motivation fades, something changed. But when it's tied to strategy, when it's part of my blueprint, that motivation is now momentum. We're just levering up or down depending on the opportunity. Show up, work hard, and listen to your blueprint. Now we have clarity. Okay, so that's our VSE plan per pillar. Now let's talk about agility. Okay. Now, again, It doesn't matter what role you have. It is my fundamental belief that leadership is a behavior, not a title. And for all my salespeople out here, my originators, my realtors, or any other sales position, I want to impress upon you that the elite in this business are leaders. So I want you to think about being the CEO of your business. No matter your job title, origination in sales, real estate, branch manager, and of course, executives and leaders and CEOs and owners and founders, be the CEO of your business. Look through a leadership lens because you will see your business differently and then execute, of course, on this business blueprint. So now agility. So here's if you notice these AI images here. So I'm like, all right, I need an image to represent agility. So I go to AI, right? Everyone's doing it. I go to AI and say, hey, generate me an image, use a 49er football player. And the first image I get is this guy jumping over here. As you see, he kind of has a third leg growing out of the back of his knee. So I thought that was funny. I put that in here. The second guy here is, I don't know what those numbers are on his shoulder pads. And the third guy here, I don't know, maybe it's training camp because his own team is about to get him. So anyway, there's agility, but I'll show you what I mean by agility. So we want to now go and grow horizontal. Now our verticals, we're supporting and driving our business. Agility is about horizontal, right? So just think about it. Like we got to be kind of down low, but we've got to be able to do this throughout our business pillars, right? That's how I feel about with agility. So I can dive into each one of my business pillars, right? I know how to lead and I know how to manage with that. So think of agility as horizontal, not vertical. So what does that mean? Okay. As you've gone through and figured out, okay, these are my key business pillars. I understand what my vision, strategy, execution is, but you also might have some gaps, right? Maybe there's some fears, there's some concerns. Maybe there's some resources you do not have. There's resources that you want. Or maybe as you start thinking about this, you realize, you know what? I do have these resources that I'm not taking advantage of. So we got to close these gaps. You know, very commonly recruiting is a business pillar, but we're nervous to make the call. We don't know what to say. We don't know who to attract and whatnot. So, okay, good. We have to identify that and we can detach and isolate whatever that fear, that concern, or that obstacle is. And we just solve for that. So that way we're still executing on the plan, on the vertical. Another thing I really want you to think about is who, not how, if any of you have read that book, Who, Not How. So who are your leaders? Now, by the way, I come certainly, again, from management and leadership where I had a large team where I had leaders, managers, and doers. But I'm also now a solopreneur where leader, manager, doer is me, and to the help of Katrina, who I've scaled marketing efforts on with her. So here's my quick, easy definition. And again, you can think about this literally and think about this philosophically. Your leader is pulling. The leader pulls your team. And we pull with vision. Now your manager is pushing. Your manager is pushing your team. We push strategy. We push process. And your doers are your people who execute on that, are the action takers. So if you have a branch and you have a team and you have an organization, you have leaders, managers, and doers, you are the leader. And if it is just you and you're in sales and maybe it all falls on you, great. I just want you thinking about, how do we scale? How do we scale? Who can help you? Who can edit your video? Who can help you with asset design? Who can you tap into to help you with scripts or sales penetration? Whatever those cases are, be thinking about agility as horizontal, your ability to scale. Okay. And now we do vision, mission, and values. And here's why, because through this process, you're going to have enlightenment. It's very common as I'm doing this with my clients. I'm grabbing words and information that they're saying, said, this feels like a value. It can be hard to do this in the beginning because you're just sort of drinking from a fire hose in the beginning. But as you go through this process, you start having clarity. Your vision, your mission, your values starts coming out. And this is really about alignment. So again, let's just quickly define your vision. Again, 10,000 feet. Where are you going? Now, vision doesn't always have to be big. It can be small, right? It can be temporary. It can be a milestone. Doesn't matter. But where are you going and why? Now, your mission, hey, this is your purpose. This is your whole purpose in life. Why does it matter? What's getting you up in the morning? Now, for everybody who is in marketing, and this is not just marketing, in fact, your personal brand is not just about marketing. It is about your client engagement, your leadership, how your clients, your team, referral partners connect with you, and most importantly, how you connect with what you do. And that resides in your mission, your purpose, your ikigai. And if you guys don't know what your ikigai is, this is something I've presented on the past, and I can coach to as well. Just Google ikigai, and I can explain to you, offline. But your personal brand has to start here. So why? Why do you get up in the morning? How are you connecting to your business? What is your purpose in life, right? And your values. Just think of your values. These are just the magnets to your compass. And I'm going to give you a little side point. I often say in leadership, we sometimes say that, hey, the leader is the compass. And I say, no, they are not. The leader is not the compass. The leader is the magnet to everybody else's compass they are leading. So again, you're in sales, management, leadership, of course. Be the magnet to those you are leading. And if you're in sales, you are leading your team, you're leading your referral partners, you're leading your clients. So what do you stand for? What's important to you? Your values is what aligns you, your branch, your company to your ideal clients, your recruits, your team. Now, especially for those who are in recruiting and hiring or any sort of client interaction, if you are not clear in what your values are, then you are not going to see what the other person's values are as well. And there is nothing worse than doing business with a value misalignment. Think about that from recruiting. When we get really hungry and we got to bring this recruit on, but if we have a value misalignment, it is disastrous. We do not want to do that. We turn down those. We do not hunt for that. Okay. So this is why it's really important that we have our values, our vision, our mission, our values. So this is my vision, mission, and values, right? My vision is to be a player coach who is sought after for coaching, consulting, and speaking and more through innovation, perseverance, and entrepreneurship. To be a player coach, right? Because I still am involved in the business through my fractional COO and CRO roles with my clients, as well as the executive coaching, speaking, and whatnot, because I love the technicals of the business. So I'm not just solely coaching. It's important to still be a player. And my mission has not changed throughout my career from sales, management, and leadership to help you succeed on purpose and in your design. I learned early on in my sales career that the better I was at helping my clients succeed, that helped me succeed. And in management and certainly in leadership, my focus was on helping my team succeed. And by doing that, I succeeded. And my core values, I added one core value to this: health, happiness, success, and agility. And for those of you who know my story, from surviving cancer to losing my job to starting this business in my entrepreneurship, agility is what has allowed me to do that. So this is the design of your business blueprint. So I have a comprehensive guide because, again, the concept here is simple, but simple doesn't mean it's easy to do because it's a lot of information. So I created a very easy to follow step-by-step to help extract this information. So this is your business blueprint. Again, it's supposed to be a house. Hopefully you guys can see that, right? This is your business blueprint. So I want to share a testimonial that Gino gave me on one of my LinkedIn posts. And Gino, if you don't know who Gino is the founder and CFO of Momentum Builder, which is a large industry event, now a premier media company. He's also one of the largest regionals at PRMG. So Gino said, I've been building a blueprint with Craig for a few of my businesses. I can't tell you how much better I feel about progress. I have clarity, a written action plan, and now I just simply execute. Easy peasy. I replied and said, yeah, buddy, simple solutions to complex scenarios, because that's one of my superpowers, finding simple solutions to complex scenarios. But this is what gave me goosebumps. This is what got my attention. He said, Craig, the underrated part of having this is how much lower stress there is. That's what makes execution better. That is my whole purpose, to help you succeed on purpose and in your design. So I've already been applying this blueprint with CEOs and executive clients, my branch manager clients, and originators. I've done this in the form of a live event where we sit down, we do this as like a half-day workshop or 2 hours, whatever the deal is. and then certainly now throughout a virtual event and private coaching. And so I am offering now a virtual event. So I call this your Business Blueprint Accelerator. It's a 3-day event. It's just 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So on day one, I'm going to show you exactly how to optimize every day. So we're going to talk about your optimization zones. And then we're going to go into now, let's get clarity on your key business pillars. Day two, now let's wrap the vision, strategy, execution plan. Day three, we're gonna start talking about agility. How do we close the gaps? And then vision, mission, and values. It's just so critical in our sales, our recruiting, and of course, right here. And for anybody who signs up for this today, tomorrow, by Friday, I'm gonna include a bonus huddle with you because I want to make sure that we are executing on this. And I'll include the business blueprint guide. So then you have your blueprint, right? So then you can just show up, work hard, and listen. So here is the link to grab the free business pillar template that I was showing you, that the Customer for Life strategy. Here's a QR code. Just go to yourbusinessarchitect.net. And if you want to be a part of the business blueprint, $295. I really tried making this as inexpensive as possible. I want to help as many people as possible, but the group will be limited. This is not going to be an unlimited group. I want to keep this at the right size so we can have engagement. It's really important. If you sign up by today, by tomorrow, or by Friday, I'm going to include a bonus huddle with you. So please go on there and register. And if you have any questions whatsoever, however I can help you, and if you're interested in this for your team and your branch, because I'm doing this as a live event as well. I have a client said, great, I want to do this. Please come up, do this with my loan officer. I said, great, I'm going to do that. But here's what I want. I want every loan officer to invite 2 referral partners or a recruit. So now let's turn it into an event. So there's an opportunity to create an event if you want to fill a room. So I want to give you some ideas. Like I said, if you have any questions whatsoever, just reach out. And please follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn. Craig Davis _XC on Instagram. Please give me a follow there as I am trying to build that out. And again, like I said, if you have any questions whatsoever, just reach out. Let me know how I can help. Jump on the accelerator. It will fill up. And if there's anything else I can do, there you go. All right. So I don't know. I haven't been following the chat. I don't know if there's anything in there or any questions. Please, if you guys have any questions on this.
The QR code is not working, but Robert, if you want to, I dropped a few links in there. There's the one that takes you directly to the blueprint, and then there's another one that goes to the downloads, and we're going to follow up with an email afterwards. And Craig, the only thing you didn't mention that I think people should know about is that newsletter you send every month.
Yeah, we have a newsletter every month that goes out as well. So you can go to my website. Well, that sucks. How come the QR code was working the other day?
It's okay. These things happen.
I know. So Katrina,
you have a quote, like you said it to me, and it helps me. It's been helping me the past few weeks. It's be like water. So
be like
fine. It's not working. It's all right.
Hey, like we said, shift happens. So just go to yourbusinessarchitect.net. If for some reason that's not working, AscendXC is my website. It'll all get you there. I'll put it in the chat here. Yourbusinessarchitect.net.
Before we go, I think we should ask, should Craig get new headshots? You can give a reaction. You can put it in the chat. But I encourage everybody to get new headshots every year. So, there we go. Got a party reaction. New headshots it is.
I do. I know. I need my daughter to come in and just start taking pictures of me. Guys, it's so funny. Like I've been in here and I just start like kind of doing the random like pictures because you got to have glamour shots for your marketing. And Katrina always gives me crap. Like you can't do that. You can't sit like that, So, I do. I need some more. You got to have the glamour shots, right? It's important.
We do.
So that is a gap
Craig,
on my end.
Beth Troxel from Go Mortgage would like to know if we are going to release this recording. I'll let you answer that.
Yes. I am going to have a recording on this website, yourbusinessarchitect.net. Has anyone tried it? Is it not working for some reason? I'm trying to log in right now. Yourbusinessarchitect.net. Yeah. So as soon as it downloads, I'll put that on there and I'll have that recording available until Friday. But of course, if you go past that and you want more information, just reach out to me. It's all available. Like I'm here to give all of this to you guys. So just, let me know. And then, and like I said, let's make sure we're jumping in and reserving the accelerator before Friday, because it will fill up and I want you to be a part of this. So, All right. And the website does work. So I just pulled it up. So yeah. And then you'll grab the free, if you want the free copy of that business pillar template in there, that's also in there as well. So, all right. What else? Any other questions?
Not seeing questions. Lots of thank yous, lots of gratitude. We're grateful
Awesome.
for all of you for being here. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Joe, that Capturely link is fire. Yes, we need that. They do, and I can't rave about it enough. They connect through your phone, and it's just absolutely amazing. Like, it's such a fun experience. You can get ready in your own home. Like, try Capturely. It's worth the $79, and you get 5 headshots out of it.
It is. It's legit. It is good. Cody, what's up, dude? Love the 90s music. I'm just going through the chat right now, so I'm a little behind. Yeah. Now, super fun. I appreciate you guys all sharing your time here. Like I said, any questions whatsoever, shoot me an email, reach out, grab a huddle. And I'll look forward to all of you who are going to be joining the accelerator. We're going to have a ton of fun doing it. So, all right.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Cheers, everyone.